Chapter 7, Publishing. Just like any other job, there's always an ending point. There's always a retirement. There's always a situation where you have accumulated enough money to live off and have a residual income when you're no longer working that job. That is what publishing provides for artists, music producers, and songwriters in the music business. A lot of us just look at it as a way to collect a check, which that's what it is too. But it's a little bit deeper than that. When your publishing is set up correctly, it turns into passive income. That's why it's so important to make sure that everything is registered correctly, that you stay on top of making sure that your entire catalog is being collected. Every single song counts. Every single stream and every dime that is collected from anything that you do accumulates into one check. The most disheartening thing that you can do is work in an industry for 10 plus years, 20 plus years, and have nothing to show for it. No residual income, nothing. This is why understanding the business and doing the business is important. Now, I'm going to go into some of the different situations that you can have with your publishing. We're going to start with a co-pub deal. A co-pub deal is when you sign with the publishing company and they own 50% of your publishing. They also administrate as well. So there's fees that come out for administration, and they also own 50% of your catalog. This situation can be good, and this situation can be bad. The situation can be good because the publishing company will try to license music that they are co-owner of more than they would administrating somebody else's publishing. It's really simple. When they're making money, you're going to make money. So they're going to always prioritize that. I say this several different times in other chapters of this book. Everybody has reasons for moving a certain way and doing business a certain way. Priority is always going to come to the person that has vested interest. If a publishing company has 50% ownership, they are going to show more interest in a catalog that they are co-owners with than they would in a catalog that they are only administrating. It's a percentage game. So you always have to be aware of that and look at the pros and cons and just look at how much more monetizing you can do in that situation. Sometimes it's not always easy as it seems, but there are good upsides to a co-pub deal as well as there are downsides. The downside is if you're making a substantial amount of money with your publishing without a co-pub, then it really wouldn't make sense to go in and do a deal with someone and give them 50% of your money when you're already collecting a substantial amount of money with your publishing checks without them. It would always be wise to go into an administration deal. In an administration deal, they will make sure that all of your music is registered correctly. They will make sure that all of your music is getting collected the right way and nothing is being overlooked. That's what administration is. And they also do licensings and other things like that as well. It keeps the stress off of you having to answer questions and getting calls about licensing and sampling of your work and having work used for television shows or what have you. That's what's good about an administration deal. Having publishing comes with a lot of perks. I don't think that a lot of people really understand all of the things that you can do when you own your publishing. If you're working on a project and you need to fund that project, there are companies out there that will loan against your publishing and give you advancements on future earnings on your publishing right then and there. So it's so many different avenues that you can use this publishing to make money, to get advances for money, to get funding for different things that you want to work with. Publishing can provide all of these things. The biggest mistake that everybody makes in this business is not making sure that their publishing is taken care of, not making sure that their publishing has been administrating the right way, not making sure that your publishing is registered correctly. This is the passive side of your income in the music business. This is called your retirement plan in the music business. We can never take this lightly and overlook anything that we do, because every dollar counts. Every song contributes to a check. The more that you register, the more money you make. It's really simple. So we can't get caught up into the upfront money that we get. A lot of artists get caught up into the show money that they get, and they never understand or even take the time to look at their publishing situation or to even get their songs registered correctly. We have this whole thing about putting out mixtapes and how they're not really records, and etc., etc. But the biggest fact is, if you are streaming that record, those songs, that mixtape, and you're selling it on iTunes, it is monetizing. And if you do not have those songs registered correctly, then you will not be able to collect the royalties off of those songs the way that you should. Making money hand to fist is okay, but passive income is king. Being able to set up a situation to where you can get paid once your career has reached this peak and you are out of the music business, this is what publishing money provides. It provides a passive income. It provides a retirement plan. So this is very important and should never, ever be overlooked. In the current times that we're in, there's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation that's being passed out here. A lot of producers are putting their music on YouTube. You're selling it for $250, $25, $35, $100, a very minimum amount, and you're selling the rights to your music. That is a horrible mistake. And I hear the upside from their point of view is like, hey, well, we're getting money from streams on YouTube, and that's fine. But what happens when those streams on that one particular platform and your streams start to decline on YouTube? Then the money dissipates. But if the records that you have placed with other people and they've paid to use your music, if you own your publishing on those songs, then that's other streams of income from your music that you could collect from. God forbid if one of those songs become a hit and you don't have any rights to it or publishing. That's a very bad mistake. You never want to put yourself in a position where you can't make passive income from your work. It's never a good idea to sell outright any music to any artist. It's always best to license the music to them, whether it's exclusive or non-exclusive. And it's always best to make sure that you have publishing splits on any song that you do. Whether it's an artist with 2 followers or an artist with 2 million followers. Never put yourself in a situation to not be able to collect on any work that you have done. That's why publishing is the lifeline of your career, whether you're active or non-active. This is the only way that you can secure yourself financially, is by publishing.